Hey guys, Dana here, your mental health bestie. And guess what? It's January, so that means we are in step 1. So I'm going to be working from the Life Recovery Journey book, and I'm going to be telling you about some great resources for you to get started in recovery and jump into step 1. So what is step 1? I'm going to read from a little journal here where I've written some notes for you guys. So step 1, we admitted we are powerless over our problems, our dysfunction, our compulsions, our addictions. It could be food, it could be sex and love addiction, it could be narcotics, it could be alcohol. You get the idea. Could also be a physical problem. And, you do need to go see mental health professionals. You may need to take medicine. And if you have physical illness, you will need to go see a doctor. But there's no reason you cannot also work a great recovery program. So I'm here to remind you of all the tools at your disposal and to help you succeed in recovery and in life. So carrying on with step 1. So we admitted we were powerless over our problems and that our lives have become unmanageable. So what does that mean? It means, sometimes we need a little extra help. We can't do everything ourselves. We weren't created to walk life alone. Spiritually, that means, we should believe in a higher power that loves us, that wants to help us, that wants to guide us. And also that we should be in community with like-minded people who want to hold us accountable and help us along the way. So step 1 is a great introduction to the Serenity Prayer. Now, if you're already in recovery, you know the Serenity Prayer. There are different versions of it. Some are funny, some are serious, some are faith-based, meaning Christian. And but the one that is, across the board, all the groups use it is, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. So that's a prayer you want to commit to memory and start just practicing on your own when you need it. So when would that be? That would be when you hit a wall and you don't know which direction to go, or you feel like you can't take a step forward, okay? So you're going to pray the Serenity Prayer. And this is going to help us practice step 1 of recovery, of giving those things that we can't control over to God, our higher power, okay? Let's see, what else did I write down? Give it to God, Serenity Prayer. We don't know everything. We do need help. Again, that means praying, asking God for wisdom, and also asking people in recovery for help too, because they're there to help us as well. And some of them have been in recovery a lot longer and will have a lot of wisdom to give. And some people like to have a sponsor that is someone, like I said, who's been in recovery longer and who can offer you advice. Okay, sorry, had a little distraction there. So sponsors are people who have been in recovery longer, have been working a program for a while, who can give you great advice. And they always say, men with men, women with women. It doesn't have to be that way, but that is recommended. And that's just because there's more in common there, and you can lean on that person in all things, right? But ultimately, you want to build that relationship with God and not be codependent on a sponsor, okay? So it's great to have, people to look up to, people to call, make a list of those people that you look up to in recovery. But again, build that relationship with God, your higher power. Let's see what else. I showed you the Life Recovery Journey book. I'm going to show it to you again. And if you go to my bio, okay, you see it? Okay. If you go to my bio, you will find groups that you can join where they are actually working this book step by step, month by month. So January, step 1, February, step 2, and so on. You can get this book on Amazon. No, I don't work for them. I'm just another person in recovery like you. So there's no benefit to me if you buy the book or not. So free groups in my bio link. Now, I also have, and I'll slow down, breathe, Dana. See, I have to tell myself to breathe too. Okay, free groups in my bio. There are secular groups for those of you who are not comfortable yet with a faith-based program. Now, a faith-based program, when I say that, is Christian. They're going to be saying the word God. They're going to be saying the word Jesus. They're going to be reading some scripture. So if you are not ready for that, that's okay. There are groups for you, and they are also free. So go to my bio. The first one you'll see is adultchildren.org. That's kind of like a catch-all group for any dysfunctional background. Okay, if you came from, a dysfunctional family or have a dysfunctional childhood, you can go to those meetings. It'll be applicable to you. There are more specific worldwide groups. So that means telephone, Zoom meetings, and also in-person meetings, depending on where you live. And you can find those if you go to my bio, you go all the way down, you'll see international groups. And I think the link is like Recovery Church Network resources. Now, even though it's on a Recovery Church website, these meetings are secular, okay? So you don't need to be turned off by the website itself. Just click that link, go to the bottom, go to the bottom, and you'll see all the groups: food groups, narcotic groups, trauma groups, I think pornography groups, sex and love addiction, codependency, even under earners, like people that don't earn enough. There are groups for everybody. So no one is left out here. We're all working to get better. So I highly recommend checking that link out and just seeing, especially if you're not comfortable with faith-based recovery, because faith-based recovery, this book, you're working on it all. You're working on your mentality, your relationship with God, your relationship with others, your finances, your health, your organization skill. I mean, everything, every part of life is going to be included in that faith-based group. But again, if you're not ready for that, totally okay. Go find a group that you feel will help you this year and get involved. It is January when I'm recording this video. But whenever you're watching it, it might be later in the year, it's never too late to start recovery, okay? Just start somewhere and learn as you go, okay? Just learn as you go and you will get better. You'll figure out where you belong. You may have to try like 100 different groups. It doesn't matter, because eventually you're gonna go, oh, I really like this one, or this one really speaks to me, or maybe there are 2 or 3 that you commit to throughout the week, and so you have them spaced out like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or something. Figure out what works for you. Let's see, what are the rest of my notes? Because I feel like I've given you a lot of information. I don't want to overdo it. That's why I slowed myself down, because I want to help. I want to give you everything I've got, but I also don't want to overwhelm you. So breathe. Okay, so apparently I'm running out of room on my phone, so I'm going to have to stop recording. That's God's way of saying I've given you plenty of information to get started. So just show up. Show up to recovery. That's the best way to work the steps. I wish you the absolute best on your journey. Please subscribe to this channel for more mental health help. God bless you.